Hey guys, what is up? It's Antonio. Welcome back to another episode here on Gladiator Disc Golf. I'm super excited about today's episode because we are correcting a huge, massive misnomer that a lot of players have, whether you're a beginner or a veteran, in the world of disc golf. Today we're talking about how you need to stop not only reaching back, but also just stop reaching in general. Now, if you followed my channel for a while, I think a little over a year ago, I posted a video talking about where we don't reach back, we want to reach out. And for the most part, I pretty much stand by that video. I think that video is correct in that you don't want the disc directly behind you, you want it a little bit further out. But I do think that when we use the term reach, we have this idea in our brains that we're literally pushing the disc out. We're reaching as if we're trying to grab something. And what that ends up doing to our throw is it completely throws off the timing. So I've been coaching on Give Go now since about November 2021. And one thing that I've seen in every single video that I've given feedback for is that it seems like a lot of people are reaching out or reaching back, whatever you want to call it, but they're literally pushing the disc out away from them. And that is a huge problem because what we want to do is not push the disc away from us, but keep the disc stationary and actually move away from it. And so what we want to be able to do is as we're throwing, we're coming from here to here in our X step, but the disc actually isn't moving the entire time. So for another angle, if I have it right here, as I do my X step away, notice the disc isn't moving, but my arm is extending. What this is going to do for us is allow us to time our plant foot and full extension of our arm at the same time. And the reason why the timing is crucial here is because we're going to get that elastic rubber band effect that we're looking for to help generate maximum velocity in our throw. Now this timing is already pretty complicated. Now our bodies will naturally synchronize the timing, and especially through practice we'll be able to figure it out. But the thing is, when we are dealing with actually pushing the disc away from us and then trying to time our plant foot at the same time, it's just a mess and you have too many moving parts. But one thing that we can do is if we can focus on keeping the disc still and we move away from it, it gets rid of half of the problem that we're having. So a couple differences that we see here in these two clips is that in the second one, I was visibly and forcibly pushing the disc away from me in this aspect of reaching back and reaching out. Whereas in the first clip, I just moved away from the disc, keeping it stationary until the time of release. Now, one of the things that we noticed in these two clips is that in the first one, my body's a lot calmer and a lot smoother. In the second one, I end up pretty much throwing the disc with my arm and not releasing at 10 o'clock. If you're like me, you've maybe struggled when you're reaching out or back, like actually getting the disc off your line. So you're reaching all the way down here, thinking you're gonna somehow all of a sudden get the disc up nice and flat and pull it through, and it's just an absolute mess. But when you keep the disc stationary and you walk away from it, notice how it's on the throwing plane. Like the disc itself isn't moving, it's on the throwing plane already, and so we don't even have to worry about this whole thing like with the reaching back. Depending on how long you've been playing, you've been pushing and pulling the disc the entire time. So your body's gonna be like, okay, we're doing the backhand now, and it's gonna try and do the same thing, and you do not want it to do that. So it's super important that you practice this. It's gonna take longer for some, and for others, excuse me, and for others, it's going to be a pretty quick fix. One more thing that will help you with this is when you're going through your walk-up, don't hold the disc in front of your front shoulder as you're walking towards the release of your throw. Kind of keep it near the back because that's where it's going to be easiest to step away from. So a good way to think about this is that you're stepping away from the disc, not pushing the disc. So when you make this change, there's a couple things that you're going to notice right off the bat. Your arm's going to be a lot less sore. Your shoulder's going to be a lot less sore. You're going to hit your line way more consistently, and you're going to feel your back and torso engage a lot more and your core engage in the throw. And that's because when you move away from the disc instead of pushing it out, your body is loading for that rubber band elastic effect. Alrighty guys, well that's all I have for you today. A pretty quick, simple tip. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know if you're already doing this. How long did it take you to realize you had to make this change? And if you didn't know you had to do this, I hope this video was helpful for you and taught you something new and gave you some tips on how you can improve your game. And if it did either of those things, guys, please make sure you leave a like. I truly appreciate it. Well, that's all I have for you today, guys. Until next time, have a great round.